Hi guys, I know I'm hopping on later today. It has been a crazy day, and so I'm hopping on now to chat with you guys and give some insight. I'm about to hop on the bike for my workout. That's why I'm in workout clothes. If you don't know me yet, my name is Casey Lee. I'm a nutrition and fitness expert all about guilt-free living. And so I've gotten the question, where did guilt-free living come from? Where did guilt-free eating come from? You know, how did I develop it in my life? And I think a lot about the NCAA still. So if you don't know, I was an NCAA athlete for 3 years until I very dramatically, publicly walked away. It was not by choice that I walked away from the NCAA. It was a very, very difficult day for me. The day that I signed away a full year of eligibility, I walked away. I said, I want nothing from the NCAA. I want nothing from Boise State. And I walked away to start a new journey. And my life crumbled that day. And so I think about all of that, everything that I went through. And there are a couple stories that really stick out still. That I still think about when I think about food, and I think about guilt-free, and I think about what I'm teaching and what I'm exemplifying in my life and the things that I want for my life. And one of those stories is being yelled at for eating ice cream. And this is completely a true story. So when the new swim coach came into Boise State my sophomore year, he portrayed to be a coach that understood that we had a life, that there was still life. We were going to eat, food, all kinds of food. And he never wanted to be the coach who had athletes eating donuts under the stairwell. His exact words, because there are teams that have that happen because the coach really pushes, what they eat, really saying you have to eat a right way and 100% right, and you're a 24/7 athlete and that's all you are. And so he wanted to be one of those coaches. So fast forward a little bit, we're at a meeting in Texas, and I don't know if you guys know this, but NCAA athletes eat a lot of sandwiches, like a lot of sandwiches, bread all day, every kind of sandwich. You have had it, you just go through the whole list in a deli and have every single sandwich while you're traveling and competing. So many sandwiches. I have just now started eating sandwiches again. That's how bad it is. So we're at Jason's Deli, and Jason's Deli has a soft serve ice cream. And I remember the swimmers being all excited. They were so excited that there was ice cream. But then there were the whispers of, well, the coach says we can't have any. The coach says that we can't have any, nobody's to even think about it. And they were all scared. We chatted at lunch, but there was a weird quietness about that lunch. And so me, being the smart ass that I am, and you're not gonna tell me what to do, and you're not gonna tell me what to eat, I walk over, I get my ice cream cone, I get a nice big scoop of ice cream. I go back and I sit and I look, and the swimmers' faces are white. And they are wide-eyed. They cannot believe that I just did that. They cannot believe that I'm sitting there with the whole team eating something that they were told explicitly not to eat. And so that really sticks out in my mind because, I heard the swim coach look at the dive coach and say, I can't believe you're letting this happen. I cannot believe you're letting her eat this. And just that sentence, to let someone eat something. How crazy does that sound? But that's the mentality of the NCAA. If you haven't heard my story about how my scholarship, the value of my scholarship was placed on my weight. And there were so many comments about that. And so this one experience, this one story about how the dive coach then came to me and said, hey, you went against direct orders of the swim coach. You had the ice cream, you weren't supposed to. I don't really care, but the swim coach is really mad at you and all of these things. And I still think back to that day. I still think back to that moment that this one ice cream cone was going to throw off everything. My training was ruined. You know, I wasn't going to compete well. I got top 5 that day, like whatever. And so I still think back to that. And I still think about that I can't believe you're letting her eat this. Like somebody has to give you permission to eat. Somebody has that power. Somebody else besides yourself has that power. And so now, you know, I'm almost 4 years out. I'm 3 years out. And I think about that in terms of everyday life. And who gives you permission in your life? Who has the power in your life? That's what guilt-free is. I have the power to say, I'm going to eat that ice cream. I'm going to eat that ice cream. I'm going to love it. I'm going to enjoy it. It's chocolate. Chocolate's my favorite. It probably has mocha in it. But that is what I want for my life. And then go on to the next choice, because I truly believe that guilt-free eating means that we make a choice. And then the beauty of life is we get to make the next choice. And so we get to eat the ice cream and love it. Nobody's yelling at you. So why are you yelling at yourself? And I still think back to that time and things that I eat and the idea of what my body is supposed to look like. And guys, I don't feel like I look like an athlete. I don't feel that I look like the way that I used to. When I was tiny, I wore a size 24 suit. You know, I was a 24/7 athlete. And eating that one ice cream cone was just going to ruin everything. And how could they let that happen? And so guilt-free living truly is that who has power over your life. And it's you. You do. I have power over my life. This is my guilt-free journey. This is the guilt-free food that I choose. That is what it's all about. That is what it means to be guilt-free. To say, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to enjoy it. And then I'm going to move on to the next choice in my life. So I challenge you guys today. This is my challenge, your action step to change your thought process, your mindset, your life today. Choose one food and say, I'm going to eat this. I give myself permission to enjoy it. I'm going to make this choice to be guilt-free. Do that today. Drop in the comments, what food are you going to eat today that you are going to feel 100% guilt-free of? Because now that I have told this story about ice cream, I'm certainly getting ice cream today. That is my guilt-free eating choice. I'm going to go get some ice cream and celebrate that story. Because just that sentence of, I can't believe you're letting this happen. I can't believe you're letting her eat that. That empowers me. And that empowers me to be here for you, for your own guilt-free journey, for my guilt-free journey. And we're gonna do this together. So drop in the comments, what foods are you eating guilt-free today? I'm gonna check in tomorrow and make sure that you are still here for it. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. I will see you for Friday.